So Trump just raised tariffs on steel and aluminum from 25% to 50% going into effect today on June 4th. If you've been keeping up with the tariff situation, the federal court knocked down duties he announced under an emergency law, questioning whether Trump actually has the authority to announce some of these tariffs. So that's ongoing. They got put back in place for now, but the levies on metals are not subject to that ruling. So these will not be affected by whatever the ruling is on that. So there are many different industries and different types of stocks that could be affected by this increase in aluminum and steel tariffs. You might want to check your portfolio just in case. For instance, automakers are going to be greatly affected by this, such as Ford Motor Company. It could also have a great effect on aerospace and defense related stocks. For instance, Lockheed Martin could be affected by this. It could also affect machinery and construction equipment stocks. One of the better examples of this would be Caterpillar. It could also impact industrial equipment and electrical stocks. For instance, one of the bigger ones in this area, which would be General Electric, which could be greatly affected by these tariffs for their turbines and appliances. So although some of these are up today, this could have an impact over time. It could also impact consumer goods manufacturers. For instance, a popular appliance company called Whirlpool, which you may have some appliances in your home made by them. Some other ones that you may not have thought of are even packaging and beverage companies like Coca-Cola, who use a ridiculous amount of aluminum for their cans. You could also argue that construction and home building companies are going to be greatly affected by this. So Vulcan Materials for construction could be greatly affected over time by these tariffs. Also, transportation and rail stocks, for instance, like railroad stocks, rail cars, trucks, trailers, they all use steel. For instance, you could look at the Norfolk Southern Corp stock and see if it affects them over time.